In this video, we're going to learn how to create new structures for our website. In this case, we're going to create a button and add it to this slider. For the first step, we're going to select the element where we want to place a button. So I'm going to select this text wrap element that corresponds to this area here. This is its label. Now I'm going to click on UI Objects and I'm going to go to Elements. And in this case, our button is going to be made from a text block. So I'm going to select this block, and inside this block, I'm going to place a text element. I'm going to select the block, go here to UI Objects again, and place a text element. Since the text element is already selected, let's edit it. So I'm going to come here to the data panel, and I'm going to change this copy to say more info. You can also alter this element directly on the layout. When you double click, you can write directly in this field. Now we're going to edit the button's visual appearance. So I'm going to apply a shared style that already exists. I'm going to go to this drop down and look for the shared style that I want to use. In this case, it's called lead paragraph. The doc map shows us the different elements that contain a shared style. Pay careful attention to this. Now I'm going to customize the block element. So to do that, I'm going to go to the View panel and then to Sizing and Spacing, and I'm going to start by removing the width and the height. I'm going to select top and bottom padding, and I'm going to add 0.5 rem. Now I'm going to deselect top and bottom and select left and right, and I'm going to add 1 rem. Okay, so now that we've defined our button's dimensions, we're going to go to Typography because I want my button font color to be white, but I don't want to make these changes directly to the text element. If I make these changes directly to the text element, all the elements that have this shared style will be affected, and I don't want that to happen in this case. So I'm going to make these changes to the parent element, which in this case is this block. If I alter the text color here, the text element that sits within this block will also be affected, and the same text color will be applied so long as we haven't previously applied a text color to this element. If I select the text element, I can see that no color has previously been applied to this element, so this text element will inherit its parent's element color. So I'm going to reselect this block and add in Typography in the View panel. We're going to change the color to white, which can be found as the light color in our style guide. We can automatically see that the text element's color has been changed. Now I'm going to come out of Typography and I'm going to click through to background and select a background color. So I'm going to select a primary color. And now there's just one missing detail. I'm going to go to borders and I'm going to add a radius of 20 pixels to give the button a rounded shape. I'm going to come out of border and go back to sizing spacing as I need to add a top margin. So I'm going to add 1 rem. And now that we've created our button, I'm going to enter preview mode to review it. And as you can see, it's really easy to create new components, structures, and add elements to the layout.